Jason is back. But this time, someone is waiting.
Jason?
Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood.
There goes the neighborhood.
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Jeffman316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, Jeffman316. Let me know, how's the volume of the mic? Because I used the different computer last week. Let me know how it sounds. Do I need to turn up the volume any? And before I go through the chat, let me know. Just so you know, I answer one question. Gigi said, I thought we were watching Snakes on a Train. Well, if you watched or looked at my news, community, whatever they call it, post, we lost a member of the horror community this week, and I had multiple people on Facebook, one on Instagram and one on here, actually say that maybe we should watch something in honor of her. So I called an audible, and we're going to watch Friday the 13th Part 7 again. It's fun, and it's actually, we're going to do it out of respect for the one we lost. Lar Park Lincoln passed away. If you didn't know, I think it was April 22nd. You can check out the Rest in Peace video I did. I know Peter Anthony and I talked. He might slide into the chat later. I know he was on a bunch of streams, and he probably got inundated with people wanting him to be. I can't get my damn. There he goes. Earbuds working. So we went ahead and I called an audible, and we're going to watch this. We can always watch Snakes on a Train, but to me, I know a lot of people shit on the Friday the 13th movies after Part 4, the final chapter. 5's okay with me. I always thought it was basically Skinamax version of Friday the 13th, but I saw 6 for the first time in theaters. That was the very first Friday the 13th I ever saw. So 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever you want to call it, the Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, those are sentimental favorites of mine because I went to see them with friends in the theater. So I always loved the Paramount Friday the 13th movies, all of them, even the bad ones. And this is one of those I consider, it's so bad that it's good. It's Friday 13th Part 7, The New Blood. So that's why we're watching that tonight. So let me get back up through the chat real quick before we start. I know we got a lot of people in here already. So Doug and Rick were talking about, Rick's got arm surgery tomorrow. So everybody send out some thoughts and prayers for Rick. And yeah, I agree. I wish we had an uncut version of Part 7, The New Blood. If it was uncut, it would probably be the best film in the franchise. That's probably true. I love 4 and 6 as well. Doug said, hey, everybody. He hopes his surgery is well. And he gets his sleep apnea mask tomorrow. My mother wore one of those for a while. Gigi actually in here. Appreciate you stopping by. What's going on, Gigi? And she hopes his surgery goes well. And so hopefully I explain why we skipped Snakes on the Train for at least a week. And I actually got another idea. There's the one that popped up on Tubi that I saw. We can watch this off of, I'm watching it off my digital copy, but I've got the Blu-ray here. You can watch the Blu-ray out of the box set. And you could also watch it on your VHS if that's what you got. Had no idea Jason fought someone from the X-Men. How you doing, Jeff, man? Yeah, it's true. Or Carrie. Jason versus Carrie is what a lot of people thought. Hi, Dougie and Gigi were both well. Yep. Thunderlips. I love that name. Is homage to Hulk Hogan from Rocky 3. Hey, what's going on, man? I appreciate you stopping by. And thanks for letting me know about the sound. A potentially serious sleep disorder in which breathing repeatedly stops and starts. Yep, you definitely need that check to make sure. Thanks, Rick. I'm good. It was my birthday yesterday, so good weekend after all. If you all could hear all of us, we would all sing Gigi happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, and that's all you're going to get. Your favorite Friday, really, Brett of the Living Dead. Tell me why this is your favorite Friday the 13th. And you're all down for that. If you're not down for that, I got two words for you. Yeah, we can always watch Snakes on a Train. If it was on Facebook, I would have said happy birthday, but you said you must not have been listed. Damn, I got a lot of comments. I appreciate y'all you coming in here. I can't log into Facebook. I can't remember the password. Hey, it's been a while. Hey, Sensational Cinema. Yeah, I know it's been a while. I remember your little dog on your avatar there. I appreciate you coming, stopping by. Everybody that's in here, we got 15. Hit a thumbs up on the video, on the stream. Give me some likes up in this biatch. Come on, scroll. It was doing fine. What did I think of Mania? We can talk about that. I thought night two was pretty damn good. Night one was a little weak. Main event was pretty damn awesome. Yeah, love some Rocky 3. So do I. I love the first four. I'm not A lot of people think Rocky 4 is the best. I don't. I really think Rocky 2 is my favorite. All right, so I think I got through the chat. So obviously everybody knows Friday the 13th part 7, but to do this officially, I'm going to do it right. I got a banner created. This is the watch along for Friday the 13th part 7, The New Blood. It's an honor, rest in peace to Lar Park Lincoln. So anybody that hits the stream, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you want to support me, there's ways to do that in the description as well of all my videos or down below. And then let me bring up the description. I'm sure everybody and their mother has seen this. Uh, Jason Voorhees is accidentally freed from his watery prison by a telekinetic teenager. Now only she can stop him. And that's about all I'm going to read. The cast obviously includes Lar Park Lincoln as Tina Shepard, Terry Kaiser as Dr. Cruz, um, John Otrin is Mr. Shepard, her father. Why does he get top billing on here? Kevin Spiritus is Nick. You get obviously Kane Hodder is Jason for the first time in this one. And I think that's about all I'm going to read on here. I mean, most of the cast, you get Corey Feldman in a flashback and Tom Matthews in the flashback from there. You get all those flashbacks at the beginning, but those are the main cast members. And if you haven't checked out friend of the channel, Peter Anthony's fan film, Roseblood, it's a continuation of this movie. And since I love this movie so much, that was why I got hooked in with Peter because man, I love Roseblood. So I've got physical copies of Roseblood. I've got the DVD, I've got the VHS, I've got the Blu-ray. And he obviously was devastated by the news, and he was obviously much closer to Laura Park Lincoln than anybody that I know. I've watched a mystery horror movie Tuesday. My guesses are Rosario or Clown in the Cornfield. That would be kind of cool. I saw Until Dawn. It wasn't bad. I'm not going to go overboard and recommend it for anybody. If you like those types of movies, you'll like it. It was a little, I don't know. I mean, it was mid. It wasn't terrible, but it was not overly great, I would say. Honestly, after four, it should have went to Balboa. We need the mind eraser for Men in Black. You know, I said that when I did. Did you watch where I did that unboxing of that custom box set of my Rocky Steel books that I got from Blockbuster Box Sets? I said that five was always a stinker to me, and as I've gotten older, I kind of appreciate it a little more. So it isn't great, but it's weak. I only like one part in five, and that was a street fight. There's several parts. I love the beginning of it, how you find out Rocky, has to go back to basically ground zero and go back to where he started. Friday the 13th is the only horror franchise I can watch and enjoy them all. I would say that, Halloween has got some real stinkers in there, and even the stinkers, like Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. I like it. Other than the ending, I don't like the end. Yeah, Rosebud was great. We want to see Sinners. Yeah, I heard that was pretty good too. I got a feeling that'll be streaming pretty soon. We need a Bernie versus Jason horror film. Yeah, well, he killed him in this. He could basically resurrect him like Bernie. The street fight was definitely the best part. All right, well, without further ado, let me crank up my Roku device. Hopefully, the damn thing wakes up this week. I have not had it on since we did our last live stream. I'm so uh, I'm so disconnected, man. I've been so busy with work. I get behind on this shit and forget to check everything. Headphone mode is not available. What kind of shit is that? All right, I got it. Sorry. Sorry for the delay. So, without further ado, let's get into Friday the 13th. Like I said, I'm going to watch it on my, I think I'm going to start up my digital copy. I'm not going to look. Which streaming service has the Friday the 13th movies? Does anybody know? Are they on, I always laugh because they're Paramount, most of them, and they're not available on Paramount Plus or whatever they call that shit now. I always thought that was funny that, Paramount had licensed out so much of their movies before they started their streaming service that they didn't actually have most of their own catalog on there. So, like I said, I'm not going to break out the disc on this one. I got it here, but I'm going to go ahead and start up my digital copy. All right, so here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And I think that if you need to watch a free copy of this, you can watch it on Pluto TV, but you'll have commercials. Yep, I'm watching on Fandango at home as well. Yeah, I know. We should have a lot of people liking the video. These streaming services are getting out of control. Yeah, I know. I think it's going to basically revert back to where it might not be cable the way we knew it, but it's going to be something like that. It's just it's too many streaming services, and the catalog is too divided up. I love the intro to this. Are you guys aware of who's doing the voiceover here? A death curse. That should give it away right there. A Jason Voorhees curse. I already have both of them ordered. Whenever I think of this logo for Paramount, I think of Addams Family. I think of Beverly Hills Cop. That was one of the first VHS I ever had. Yeah, man, it's ridiculous. No one can. It's fucking badass. And I don't care what anybody said. To me, Friday the 13th Jason Lives is nothing but a gore version of a Universal monster movie. It's basically Frankenstein. I didn't know that the online stores would be getting the movies as quick as they were. The first one that popped them up on there was who was it? I can't. It wasn't Orbit. Diabolic, I think maybe. Whichever one had them up first, I ordered them immediately. There is no Freddy versus Jason 4K announced yet. My guess is because that's probably owned by multiple um, production companies now, and they'd have to share the revenue. So it's basically anything but the Paramount titles. And Paramount is piecemealing their shit out in those in steel books and or those Paramount Scares. Remember, we got Friday 13 Part 2 in that Paramount Scares Volume 2. I always thought, why are you pulling that gas over the side? It looks like it would splash up onto the damn boat. I really wish Tom Matthews had come back for part 8. Speaking of that, I'll spoil it. I had an unboxing I was going to do, and I'll just go ahead and tell you guys that are on here. Um, well, just so you know, Arrow doesn't acquire them; they license them out. So they probably licensed it out. It just hadn't been announced yet. There's no way anybody's going to give them the rights to it. They're just going to license it out. It's kind of like they'll license it out, and then after a year or so, they'll go out of print, and then somebody else will license it, or Paramount or whoever, New Line, whoever owns it, will end up releasing their own version. So the only thing I don't really like about this movie is the opening theme. It's like really bland. Basically, sounds like a cheesy version of like the Jaws theme almost. Hey, I'll give you was talking about that movie Until Dawn. I'll give them credit. There's a couple good gore scenes in that thing that and there's a couple of, I don't know if I want to call them jump scares, but there were a couple of scenes I wasn't expecting what happened, and I was kind of surprised. And one of them made me chuckle out loud in the theater. Yeah, this theme is like the most boring thing I've ever heard. I remember getting I've got the vinyl LPs of all the soundtracks. You talking about the monsters and Until Dawn? You might be a little disappointed. That's one of the things I didn't like about it. It isn't as many as you think it is. Actually, it's very few. What's up, Acres of Movies? Appreciate you stopping by as always. We've just started Friday the 13th, Part 7, in honor of Lar Park Lincoln's passing. And we just got through the little opening montage and credits, and now we're to the point where they're showing Under the Water, where Jason is. Does anybody else wonder how Jason's outfit in this one looks totally different than what he went under the water in part 6? I mean, how far do they jump ahead in this thing anyway? Like once Tina brings him back up. Because I know like Friday the 13th part 2, 3, is it 2, 3, and 4, or 3, 4, and 5 are supposed to happen on the same weekend? I think it's 2, 3, and 4. Because yeah, then he's buried for a while, and Tommy's grown up. So what's the timeline of this? Like, how many years is supposedly passed when Tina's a girl to when she's a grown, well, young woman? That always kind of confused me. She always used to remind me of the girl from Poltergeist. And there goes the pier. I used to think, obviously, they didn't show it, but her father was obviously abusive to her mother. I wonder if they played it off where she was supposed to be abusive. He was supposed to be abusive to Tina as well. I didn't see anything. What landed on him? I don't see anything actually on him. What kept him under the water? Say his name and he appears. I need to get me a little bumper with Joe Hendry on it. What's going on, Cody? Are you ready for Cena versus Orton? And Tina's mother has the most 80s haircut in the history of women's haircuts. I remember my wife had similar bangs to that when we started dating back in the day. I don't even want to know how much hairspray it takes to keep that thing up in the air like that. Well, you kind of know that he's playing basically like greatest hits going around now. Probably going to fight him and Punk, and there'll probably be another one or two along the way of the old guard fighting him. Medicaid movie reviews. What's going on? We're watching Friday 13th Part 7 in honor of the passing of Lar Park Lincoln. She passed away on the 22nd of April, if anybody didn't realize. Not a super huge fan of anything else she's done. I mean, she's okay. I remember she was in Knots Landing. She was in, was it House? Was she in House 2? This was obviously the most famous thing I remember her being in that I liked her in. And her and Weekend at Bernie's. Kind of want Randy to win. Cena's had his time, but then want Cena to beat Rick. Cena's already beat Ric Flair's record, so I don't think Randy's gonna win. First time having the movie synced up to the stream. Love this one. Yeah, I was telling him earlier. I really love the Paramount ones. I love them all, man. I like Part 6. I think it's my favorite. 4. I like, but I love this one as well. This one, like I said, I watched Part 6 in the theaters as the first one I saw in theaters, and this was the second one. So this was basically, man, I bought the VHS tapes back then from the video store. I played these things like Part 6, 7, and 8 just like over and over and over again. And it's got damn Weekend at Bernie on there as well. Terry Kaiser. What more could you want? So she's got that frizzy 80s hairdo, and her mother's got those bangs, man. What special features did they include on the Blu-ray? The Blu-ray that I've got here is from the box set. It's got audio commentary by John Carl Beekler and Kane Hodder. Audio commentary with John Carl Beekler and Lar Park Lincoln and Kane Hodder. Jason's Destroyer, the making of, slashed scenes, mind over matter, the truth about telekinesis, making by Maddie, need a little touch up work, my ass, theatrical trailer, and still gallery. Terry Kaiser was also in Mannequin 2, I believe. He was. Did anybody happen to sit through Weekend at Bernie's 2? You think the Jamaican aspect of Jaws the Revenge is bad? What about that shit? I don't know. Let's look it up. Mannequin. Mannequin 2 on the move. Yep. He played Count Spretzel and the Sorcerer. You went and saw it. You saw where I saw it too. It was pretty good. It wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. Like Doug was talking about, he couldn't wait to see all the monsters. You don't get that many different flavors of monsters in it. The one that was outside in the forest that was like guarding the place, I wish you could have seen that more. Tina just moved the matchbook. She was thinking about him. There were like 5 other people in the theater when I went to see it on Saturday. That's bullshit. I rest my case. I should have had that thing queued up with that kid. Do I have that one on here? The interface is a little bit different when I'm using my I'm using this MacBook. I wish you could search the clips that you have on here, but you can't, so I have to go by the little mini thumbnail. And I can't find it. Oh, there it is. I should have said this when she said it.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
That's what she said. Bullshit? Bullshit. She's like, I can't come go after her. I've got like two two cans of hairspray I gotta put on my hair. She's out to the scene of the crime on the pier. So what was that little girl? Like 8, 10 years old? And how old is she supposed to be in this? Like 18 going on 25? Oh, okay. So Randy Orton's at 14. If he beats Cena, he'd be at 15. I think they're gonna let Cena hold it for a while, and within a couple years, Charlotte will have it. Even though I thought Charlotte has been off a little bit since she gotten back. Here's where Tina's gonna wake up Jason, who's been under the water so long that his clothes change colors. Yeah, I knew the game, but I never played it. It's all about the game and how you play it. So I didn't really go into it with any expectations. I thought it was pretty good. The ending was a little anticlimactic. Like I wish a little more happened. Jason woke up and was like, "What the fuck?" She wasn't. He was just making a joke. Here he comes out of the water. And he's looking up at her, all waterlogged. This is cool with him walking up out of the water. I love this scene when you see his spine and shit. Anthony's got a similar scene to that in his Roseblood movie. It's similar to Cabin in the Woods, not exactly because I don't want to give it away. I would say if you take Happy Death Day and combine it with Cabin in the Woods, maybe add a splash of 13 Ghosts. That's you know what it's about. Yeah, that's what. Just so you know, Gigi, that's what we were talking about because I saw it Saturday. Um, if you like the concept of like Happy Death Day and you liked Cabin in the Woods, you probably definitely like it. I heard a lot of people were disappointed because it strays really far away from the video game, the way that plays out. But since I didn't play the game, I didn't have any expectations, so that part didn't bother me at all. Like I said, it's got a couple really good kills in it, man. And they were saying there was a couple parts that, like I said, I wasn't expecting what was going to happen. Like I won't give it away, but Cody, remember when they were drinking the water? I did not expect that to happen at all. The concept of some things in your mind and different things popping up was kind of like the 13 Ghosts. I'm partially a Star Wars guy. Since I'm older, I really love the original trilogy. If I have to watch any of the new trilogy, like the middle one, not the newest one, Revenge of the Sith is the one I like. But I don't like it enough to go see it in the theater again. I saw it in the theater when it was out before, when it was originally out. Yeah, it's got a couple scenes in it that even I was like, "Holy shit! I didn't expect that to happen." Like I said, don't go into it thinking you're gonna get a ton of different types of monsters, because you're not. This dude's a manipulative prick. This doctor. Some birthday. I thought he was gonna say some bitch. At least they got it renamed back to Crystal Lake. I know a lot of people don't like this concept of Jason. It's one of my favorites, man. I bought that action figure. That was back when I was doing a lot more action figure reviews on the channel and stuff. You should watch, anybody hadn't seen it. I unboxed that Kane Hodder Jason figure from this one. Yeah, anybody that's seen Sinners, let me know what you think. Hey, Stephanie, what was the movie those people were waiting in line to see that talked to us? It wasn't Sinners. What else came out this week? Oh, The Accountant 2. We got there and there was a ton of people in line, and rarely ever is when we go to this theater. And a lot of people are going to see The Accounting 2. Yeah, I want to see Clown in the Cornfield, but I know Stephanie don't want to see that. Clown in the Cornfield. She was like, nah. Say her name and she appears. Sinners rules. Well, I have to see it then. Yeah, it's like you get to see all the cool after effects of the kills, but you don't actually get to see the kills in this movie. I love I hate the theme at the beginning, but I love all of the other music that's used throughout the rest of the movie. And I love Kane Hodder's mannerism. Oh, I made this a little stiff. In this one, the dude falls down. Ooh, I said, I made that a little stiff.
That's what. If you say that's what she said one more time, I'm gonna pop you.
Now these uh quote unquote kids that are up in here, half of these ones that get on my fucking nerves. I'd root for Jason to kill him even if this was a new horror movie. Starlacon. And this dude is he like 30 years old? That's to knock your butt out later. The Accountant is good. I like the first one. But obviously it's got the dude, it's the Punisher. John, was his name, Bernthal, as his brother in this one. I can't wait to isn't he supposed to be like now in like one of the official Punishers? Is he going to end up being in the Avengers Doomsday? He's going to shit. Everybody, this is Tina. I want to shag. We want to shag. But y'all can't ruin it for me. And then they do. This girl right here, the queen bitch right here. Tina's like so girl next door compared to her, so that's why he probably likes her. What a stupid place to put a lamp. I don't remember. Which ones of these chicks in here are nude? You get to see the red hair? Do you see any other ones? I just think that look of Jason is badass, man. Seeing like part of his jaw and his teeth. You see the way she's running? Still can't seem to like him. My taste was ruined after first seeing him in The Walking Dead. I liked him in The Walking Dead. I wish he'd have killed fucking Rick and took Rick's wife away. I thought Rick at the beginning was a bitch. He was a bitch, man. Whiny bitch. Shane was awesome. Rick all crying over every fucking thing in the beginning. He left a delusion stuck in the porch. We should watch Mannequin 2 on the Move. This is the hottest main girl in a Friday movie. I don't know, man. The girl in part 6 is pretty hot. I thought so too. That's why I couldn't stand The Walking Dead, and then they had marathons. Which part? Talking about me, talking about him being a whiny bitch. Well, mainly because of Daryl and like Carol and characters like that. I'm cold and there are wolves after me. He's like, there's no wood. And she's like, if you don't get me warmer, there's going to be no wood with you either. We need wood. See, she says it's going to be a cold night tonight. You won't get any wood. Yeah, I thought he was a bitch and probably watched 2 episodes. He's like, Coral. Oh, Coral. Every episode, Coral. This dude out in the woods with no flashlight or nothing. Sorry, I was a little tart. I was turned into a 13-year-old boy there for a second. This dude looked like a MacGruber out there in the fucking woods. You felt forced to watch it. I'm one of the few that liked when Negan got on there and bashed everybody's brains in. I liked how they changed it up. Like in the comic book, Rick dies and Carl lives, and Carl's the one telling his children the story is how it's happening. They reversed it. So I do like they changed it up a little bit, and I like how, adding Daryl, but then Daryl got too, I don't know, it's like they didn't do enough with the character of Daryl in the later seasons. Shall we shag now or shag later? She's like, you big hunk of a man, come and get me. I always loved that. She's only got half the bangs of Tina's mother. Yeah, Carl died in the show, but not in the comic. In the comic, he's the one that lived. Rick died. Yeah, I love Negan. Excuse me, pardon the shit out of me. Bam. I know we were supposed to get more um, slams with the sleeping bag against tree, but I mean, I'm all right with just one. Nobody gives a shit about Walking Dead. If you don't know how that going on, that should have been off the air, the main series, for years. We're into the part about where you can have spoilers now. That dude with the writing the stories, he reminded me of like Ashton Kutcher back in the day, however you pronounce his name. Yep, little pig, let me in. Marilyn Munster. I've never been able to skip rocks. Anybody ever been able to do that? He's like, yeah. No, he's like, if she's crazy, what about those friends, quote unquote friends he's with? And now I go to night school. So how old is he supposed to be? Like 25? So his character returns in the Rose Blood as well, but just it's at the very end. Not to spoil anything. It's totally 80s, man. Half the people in this are wearing pastel colors. She saw her father get killed. She technically was the one that got him killed. It's in I got a basket of a bunch of my t-shirts. I think I know where it's at. So do you think they're going to, is Alexa Bliss going to be with them? Is she going to be leading that group now? What do you think? Oh, Cody, Indy Hartwell has signed with TNA Wrestling. Can you believe it? Oh, and X-Pac is in TNA Wrestling. I heard Aleister Black might be, and I heard Aleister Black might be, and I like him, but don't like that idea. Might be what? Aleister Black already returned. He returned on SmackDown. Half of NXT are on the weekly. Yeah, I know. Do you think somebody said that they think the WWE might have secretly bought TNA? I wouldn't put it past them because, like, Aleister Black. Oh, sorry. Um, really? Even like over he will lead Bo Dallas, or is Bo Dallas gonna be out of the group? What's going on with that? I guess with him in it, how many would it be? 6 of them then? How many's in the group? Oops. Just getting off several watch alongs for Friday 13/7 Road Blood. What's going on, brother? We were just talking about you earlier. I was telling everybody to make sure that they watched your Rose Blood, which is a continuation of this Friday the 13th, part 7. Pretty badass. I appreciate you stopping by saying hi to everybody. How's your knee doing today, man? Does it feel all right? We're at the point where they're in the house next door and they're talking about she needs a touch up. No problem, brother. Yeah, I saw you. Peter posted some stuff on Facebook. They were draining his knee with all that blood, man. I don't do well with needles. It's funny. I watch all these horror movies and stuff, but I still don't like needles. Maybe I know that this stuff is fake, but seeing that kind of stuff, I just don't like that kind of stuff. Or like watching real surgery type things. This is when they are being pricks. Well, the one girl is and getting the guy to dress up like in the straight jacket. And here we go with some telekinesis. She's going to break her necklace. Bing! How hard that necklace got. I take it you have no, I don't have any tattoos. Why would you say that? What do you mean you take it I have no tattoos? Maybe I've got one you can't see. Oh, you're talking about the needle part? Well, if I didn't watch it, the tattoo needle, I don't know. If I didn't see that, it probably wouldn't bother me. But, Peter's getting like this needle, like this long stuck in him, and they're pulling, draining blood out. What is your favorite setting from these? You talking about from the Friday the 13th movies? Yeah, I don't think I would mind a tattoo needle as small as that is. I have the Bible tattooed on my penis in 12-point font. Wow, that's pretty impressive. I don't know, I might could get Jeff on mine. I don't know that I could get Jeffrey on mine though. I might be asking a little much. Maybe if I use like an 8-point font. Jeff has a full back tat of me in his cheerleader outfit. Hey, that was supposed to be a secret between me and you. Now you've ruined it for all of us. It's the 90th anniversary of The Bride of Frankenstein. Someone excited or curious on the new Bride movie coming out. Now, if I wanted to get Jeffrey tattooed on it, if you told me Kane Hodder was going to return as Jason, I might get hard enough for that. Hey, you are an expert of these movies, Peter. Like, how old were these characters supposed to be? Like, how old was what was the length of time between Tina being a child and when in this movie, and like, how old is this guy that she's supposed to be with from next door? Man, he was talking about he was in night school. In all the other movies, they're teens going on 20s. In this one, they're 20s going on 30s. You're tired of being my little secret? Well, you have to be. That's the way it works, man. That's what keeps our relationship going. It's the secretive nature of it. Get Stephanie on your chest. I don't want to tattoo anything on my chest. Tina's supposed to be 18, but Sue was in fact 27 there. Damn. It's not bad luck because y'all have kids already. I, I don't know. Has anybody ever gotten but I understood what you meant. She was 27. I couldn't remember how many characters get naked in this one. If we were doing the Joe Bob Briggs, like how many titties would we see in here? Do we see this girl with this yellow shirt? Do we see her titties? I've accepted a little part, but secret is too much. We're just supposed to be special friends in public. You remember that, right? If you can't just have me at that, you can't have me at all. You can't deal with that. Thoughts on the new bride? Christian Bale's supposed to be Frank. Supposed to be like a Bonnie and Clyde movie. I don't know. I haven't really read much about it. I like Christian Bale, so anything he's in is good. This dude's like crawling around on the ground like a little bitch. That's weak. At least get up. If you could have seen that axe shot, that would have been fucking major. That would have been a good kill. He's all up under the water. So we see her butt. We got Jaw Styles right here, nudity, Jaw Style. I might not even be the main actress. I just found out he has an accent, and I can't, with his accent, he's a great actor. A lot of those actors are that way. You know, like Hugh Jackman, Christian Bale, all those. All right, let me give me another alcoholic beverage lined up here. That dude back there, that black dude wearing like his Blues Clues shirt. That chick looking like she's dressed up like Chucky. Aw, she told him she loved him. Oh, this is when she did touch up my ass. Now she's up there touching it up. You sent me a pic of what he looks like. I didn't know especially about Christian Bale, so I thought he was acting with that accent. Nope. Yeah, I think I remember it was. I can't remember what movie it was that I found that out. It's been a while. What did you send me, Doug? Now that you said that, I might have seen it. What's up with Frankenstein with tattoos and shit? I guess if it's new and you're using parts of people, more than likely he would have tattoos. If you had Jason for every movie, which Jason version should be in every movie? I personally have a preference of Kane Hodder as Jason. So I would have liked to seen Kane Hodder as Jason, like other versions, without all the damage, to see what he could do and how he could make it look. But I mean, I like a bunch of them. I mean, I really do like Ted White is really good. Kane being a stuntman though, and been able to do a lot more of the stuff in the suit. I don't know, just it makes it more realistic to me that he's Jason. So he ought to know something's going on, and he ain't freaking out. Weekend at Bernie's there. What's the Bernie hiding it? Dr. Cruz. Bad news, Cruz. Is Peter still in the chat? I was going to ask him a question, but I won't ask it if he's not in the chat. Ooh, and I always make the second drink too strong. Why does everybody walk around in the dark? I like the look of Jason and Freddy versus Jason the most. I don't know, that strangly ass hair. It just bothers me that the fact that that's the guy playing Jason and Freddy versus Jason is the guy from Friday the 13th Part 8 that's the cook or whatever he is in that little restaurant, and then Kane Hodder manhandles his ass, and then Kane Hodder doesn't get a chance to be Jason. I don't know. There's something there just bothers me with that. Everybody in this movie wanders around in the woods with no fucking flashlights or anything. And then they all hear somebody step on a twig and break it, or like him, see a dead body in a tree. Is that an optical illusion? Holy shnikes. That's what he's thinking. Yeah, you just picked up a murder weapon, you dumbass. Got your fingerprints all in it. I didn't know that, but I remember watching it at the movies and people booed at the end. So now she found the spike, whatever you want to call that. Is it a tent pole spike type thing? She's going to watch his videos. I like to see the actual what's on the videotapes. That would be kind of cool. The mother's coming after him now. You sending me an updated picture? Look, I don't need to see myself in the bottom there. Look. It looks okay, I guess. I don't know. I'll give it a chance. Any new version of something different, I mean, I'll give it a chance. Am I sending nudes? No, that's me and Cody. That's not me and Doug. Doug hasn't committed to our relationship that as much. Sorry, Cody. I gave away the secrets. Watch her perform. Hilarious. The Nemeth brothers of the so Dolph Ziggler won the tag titles with doggies. All right, Cody, I committed to our relationship on a live stream, so now you're doomed. Now we're doomed. I'm getting your Cody from Camp Blood 9 on the back of my calf next. Hey, that's a good connection. Maybe that's why Doug likes him so much in that, because he does look like Frankenstein. He's got those broad shoulders. He's got that nappy ass hair hanging out. You didn't have to send me a magnifying glass. I already used one for me, so I was just able to use the same one. She sees her mother getting killed. It didn't look like she hit any trees or anything to me. It looked like she went off into the biggest pile of brush ever, but it did damage to the car. What kind of car is this? And now it won't start. You can't help when I take a screen pic. If I know, I was just making fun, dude. I don't care. I was just joking. Like, I don't want to see myself ever, much less like on your phone pic. So now Tina goes running through the woods. She's like, need a little touch up work my ass. Just make your hair like 3 foot tall and they'll never notice what you look like. And she just goes wandering into the dark like everybody else. Hey, anybody that likes wrestling, what's with that bullshit that they let Chelsea Green lose the U.S. title to Zelina Vega? We're not too much. Come on now. We're just enough. She's all 80s, man. She got the big hair, she got the pastel colors on. Oh no, her earring. She found it. I don't remember how she dies. Why was that dude that he whacked in the face down at the water up in the tree? Jason's like, peekaboo. I forgot he did that. He stepped out of the behind the tree. That was funny. Peekaboo. Hey Jeff, did you like the Jeepers Creepers movies? Do you think they should continue making them or start over or stop making them altogether? I love the first two Jeepers Creepers movies. I used to say that I hated Jeepers Creepers 3 until I saw Jeepers Creepers Reborn. That is an abomination of a movie. They changed the look of me. It looks terrible. If you could go back to the original concept and you could do maybe a prequel movie, I would be all in for that. But I need the same guy as the Creeper. I don't need to say obviously the same dude to be in charge of it because of what he did, but similar concept, man. I mean, that last one was just hot garbage. I almost need another one to cleanse the palate of that reborn shit. I can't believe I own two versions of it. Freddy Krueger is my favorite, and my Frankenstein has to have a flat head. The jacked edge bolts, but give Monster Squad Frankenstein a pass on how he looks. Not sure if I like the Christian Bale look. I mean, I didn't 100% like it, but I'll still give it a chance since it's Christian Bale. You think they should leave it alone? I don't know. I wish they would do one more good one or at least half decent one. That Reborn was hot dookie, man. It's piss poor that I got two different copies of that. The cover artwork on the Steelbook looks way better than the actual movie. I love seeing Jason walk up beside her on the other side of the wall like that. That's cool artwork on the thumbnail. I snagged that off the internet, but I modified it to make it work with the thumbnail. It wouldn't fit at first. It was like a rectangle shaped, and I had to chop parts of it up and move it around. I appreciate that. Thank you. It was one of your ideas. Yep, Cara. Or we could be like Rick and be like, Cora! Yeah, I thought it was this year too. Maybe, I don't know why I got some production delays. I don't know. It's got a standard Blu-ray and a Steelbook. So I bought the Blu-ray just to complete the set. And then later Walmart had that Steelbook. Sup? Dude's all up on top of her in his tidy whities. Hold on a second, I'm checking something. Jason's hearing some springs squeaking, so he's got to do some killing. He's like, I got some killing to do. I hears me some fucking going on. Yeah, Carl, you hadn't had any issues, have you? Do I have a favorite kill from these movies? I'd have to think about it. I've got a top 5 list that I did, but I don't know if I've changed my mind. One of my favorite kills is Jason himself at the end of part 4. Let me see. I don't even remember who I picked. I like the morgue attendant guy, when he gets his head twisted around. That's a good one. I like Kevin Bacon when I don't like the extended version because they show too much of it, but I like him getting, stabbed from beneath and it coming out of his neck. Anything with a topless woman. I don't know that they did a lot of I don't think they did a lot of kills in the Friday the 13th franchise with topless women, like where the actual nudity was going on during the kill. I guess that's one of the one time they did it was in Jason Goes to Hell, the tent pole kill, where the girl and the guy are fucking in the tent, and he stabs him and rips the girl in half. That's probably one of my. But I think, but other than that, one of my other favorite ones is Jason X, where he freezes the girl's face, lifts her up, and then bashes her head and shatters it. That's one of my favorite ones. I don't remember who's in Fool's Gold. I don't remember that. Who is your favorite fictional journalist in movies? Well, inspiration from my hat, my favorite fictional journalist in maybe not movies and TV is a dude from The Night Stalker, Kolchak, in the continental United States. Who says continental United States? I love that line. I got a date with a soap on a rope. I'm gonna slam this fake door so hard that it bounces back and doesn't connect. So Stoner Boy actually got him the red haired chick. And here goes the power. Yeah, I know. I thought I knew movies. At least most of the ones up until I don't remember Fool's Gold. And if you tell me who's in Fool's Gold, and I'll probably remember it. That's he found his brother in the woods. This is when the movie starts getting good, when she starts using her telekinetic stuff against Jason. That's coming up soon. Hey, I was watching somebody stream and they were talking about Jeepers Creepers. And they said, did you remember that the creeper talked? And I didn't at first, but then I remembered that was the reason he probably ripped that cop's head off and ate his tongue, is because he couldn't. His tongue was damaged and he couldn't talk. Because then when he was in the house with the old woman, Eileen Brennan, whatever character she played, she randomly drops her sheet in this movie to show her tits. Um, it distracted me. So he's holding her up in the air and speaking like he's her. So the creeper does speak. That sounds familiar, but I don't remember it. Oh, I do remember that. Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson, Fool's Gold. I remember that. It's okay. I mean, that was one of those movies my wife and I would have watched together. Any of those Matthew McConaughey, like 10 Reasons and all those like um, romantic comedies, those are all good. Just none of them are great. I don't like Kevin Hart, so anything that he was in, I could skip. Did the dude slip on glass? What is the name of that movie? 10 Reasons? What is something? The one where he's shit, I can't think of the name of it. It's not 10 Reasons. What's the name of it? Matthew McConaughey. I see it in my head. I was just rambling, thinking I couldn't think of the name of it. Give me a second, I'll look it up. I'll never find it now. All right, there's Fool's Gold. I remember the poster. Failure to Launch was one of those romantic comedies he did, right? Oh, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. It wasn't 10 Reasons. It was in 10 Days. Fool's Gold was more of a romantic adventure comedy. I like when they look for treasure and run con games. Yeah, I didn't particularly like it. But her first big movie, plus, fun fact, her brother is Jake. I like Maggie Gyllenhaal. She was in that movie Secretary. I like that movie. She was also the one cooking, the one that was the baker in Stranger Than Fiction with Will Ferrell. I really liked her in that. So yeah, it wasn't 10 reasons. It was 10 days. Sorry. Tina's getting ready to ramp up her powers here. Everything's starting to shake. It's like an airplane. Everything's starting to shimmy. Yeah, I thought it was like 10 reasons why or something. I remember it was like they were doing that article in the magazine about 10 something. So it's how to lose a guy in 10 days or whatever it is. That shows you how important it is. Yeah, I love that movie too. That's the one, well, um, who else is in it with her? Secretary James Spader. Yeah, it's a really good movie. Stranger Than Fiction. Yeah, that's that movie with Will Ferrell in it. I really like that movie. It's basically Will Ferrell is an IRS auditor, and he wakes up one day and he realizes somebody is writing his life story, and he can start hearing the author read, becomes the narrator of his life, and he starts hearing her, but he's the only one that can hear her. And eventually, she decides she's going to kill off the character, and he tries to convince her not to. Are you finally back? You disappeared. We talked about you for a few minutes, and then you dropped out. Yep, I didn't like her as Rachel. I thought she was too moody, too. I don't know. I'm not a 100% huge fan of all her movies, just particular ones. I don't think she's as good of an actress as her brother is an actor. Well, that's great. I'm so glad. Yeah, I think you asked me that before. Yeah, I like it just because I like Steve Martin. The movie isn't great. It's not one of my all-time favorite Steve Martin movies, but I do like it. Yeah, Donnie Darko is weird as fuck. And that is good news. Donnie Darko, a lot of people forget Patrick Swayze's in that. You ought to watch Stranger Than Fiction if you haven't seen it. There's two Will Ferrell movies that I always tell people, if you don't think he can act, you should watch, and you'll maybe think a little bit different about him, and that's one of them. The other one is, I think it's called Everything Must Go. What's that thing Jason has with the circular saw on the end called? I don't know if it really has any, and I think it's a made up weapon, is what I heard. So I would just say it's like a um, edge trimmer slash like tree pruner type thing. It's basically a cross between that. I don't think they make a weed whacker with a blade on it like that. It's, yeah, Peter says it's a weed eater. They don't make a weed eater with a saw blade on it like that though, do they? It's real. They actually make one with a saw blade on it. Really? Dude, man, nobody needs to be buying a weed eater with a fucking saw blade on it like that. I never seen one before. Now I need to fucking buy one. Do you have one? Do you have a real one? Peter, you have to have a real one. Did you buy a real one for yours that was in the movie? Do you like the aspiring movie director's movie idea when he pitches that in this? No, I thought it was kind of cheesy. You hush your mouth. She's a great actress. I didn't say she was terrible. I don't have to like everybody. I don't like Kevin Hart. I hate, what's her head? Uh, what's the woman that was in Tammy, the Ghostbuster? Melissa McCarthy. I can't stand it. Sean has it in Seattle, but did you actually buy a real one? It's for large brush and grass and shrubs. Okay, I could see that. But would you call it a weed eater then? Wouldn't it be a pruner? I don't know. I just thought in my mind, weed eater, somebody would try to buy that to just trim their grass around the edges and they'd end up cutting shit down they didn't mean to. Abigail 4K would be done by Screen Factory. Just so you know, if you really want Abigail 4K, you can buy one. The German media book's out. I just ordered it. Ace Ventura 4K would be done by Shout Factory. I don't like I just saw the cover right before I got on here. I saw the cover artwork of that steel book and I don't like it. A Mouse Hunt I really want. In Small Soldiers, I think I want that too. It's the large brush. I almost thought you said something else. Do I have that on here? Please tell me I have it on here. I thought you said it was for large bush.
We've got Bush.
Oh, hello, pie.
Your favorite fictional journalist is probably Gail Weathers from Scream. I don't know. I like her, but the fact that she lied, said she wasn't going to write another story like that, and then fucking did it again, I just can't. I don't like that character. I was so hoping she was going to die in the last Scream. Is that all the muster you can guster? Was Patrick's line in Donnie Darko. I liked his character in Donnie Darko. You were eating dinner and just catching up. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, and I'm glad all your drama is over with. Now that you know the thing's real, you got to get one. Fuck if I don't need to get one too. I'll get one and do a video. Now Peter's got me psyched up, man. Where can you get one? Can I get it on can I get one on Temu? Can I get one on Amazon? Oh, they got one. Oh, look at this shit. It's $49 and look at all the attachments I can get. Look at this shit. Oh, I gotta look this up on Amazon. Hold on a second. They call it a weed whacker, electric weed whacker with brush cutter. Oh, cut my foot off. I know I will. Let's see if I can look. Oh, it's the first thing that pops up. Let me get the picture up here and then I'll open it up. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. He's killing Dr. Cruz, killing the mother now, just so you know in the movie I heard the blood splatter. Look at that. Look at all the accessories. You get several of the blades. It's not as big, but it's similar. Look at all that shit. It's electric. You can charge it. Look at all that. He was a pedo in Donnie Darko. Yeah, I know he was. I liked his acting in that though. Oh, I was just joking. Now, fuck if I buy anything electric from Temu or however you pronounce it. You can get all that and more for $49.95. They got even bigger ones for $149. Damn, man. Now I guess I know what I'm asking for my birthday. I love the music here. Yeah, I bet that shit would really not. I bet that wouldn't work good, but you never know. Peter Anthony did Rosebud, right? How long did it take to shoot? Peter, you still on here? How long did you guys shoot Rosebud? Yeah, he did. The continuation of this, which is pretty awesome. I love watching those back to back. Would you like a miniature of Jack Nicholson and Wolf? You talking about like an action figure? Yeah, NECA should make a wolf from Jack Nicholson, and maybe you could have it where you could swap heads where he's like in the middle of changing. I want one. I need one. Yeah, I know. I got some weeds I can whack around here. You could actually whack somebody with that, like Jason did. There's Dr. Cruz out in the middle of the woods. He's back at the house. Come on, Bernie, quit lying to her. What did you do? You should have him make a custom steel book for you. Who? Have who make one? I missed you. You said what? Made me think of Scary Movie and how he busted out a chainsaw. Yeah. Yeah, did you like that Ace Ventura? I thought it looked like shit. Here he is. He's cranking up the weed whacker. There he comes, brother. Mother puss bucket. Do you get both Ace Ventura movies in there? If you don't, that's stupid. Should be a double feature. I know why they did what they did, so they don't have to pay Jim Carrey any likeness fees. But there's the steel book with the bird on his fucking head. They're doing that so they don't have to pay him any likeness fees. Well, screw that, man. Get some actual artwork that looks like a damn on there. Crank that mother up. I want that one, man. It cranks on the first pull every time. I met a bunch of these actors from Friday the 13th at comic conventions. That's cool. His death is a little anticlimactic because you don't get to see it. That would have been one of the ones I wish you could have seen. The fact that Peter was able to get the main players that were left from this movie together was pretty awesome. Your comment, which one? About the Ace Ventura? Oh, you don't like the artwork for Small Soldier Steelbook, so I might try having Masters of Steelbook make a custom one. Oh, okay. Well, doesn't that Steelbook kind of look like the artwork, though? She's running into all the dead bodies now. I feel like I got to sneeze. I actually like the artwork for that. Because it's basically the DVD case. Yeah, I actually like the artwork for that. It's better than damn Ace Ventura. Here's when she starts to fight. She's getting those branches out, man. You wrap his ass up. Just don't sneeze on the screen. I'd have to mute it. My wife says I was the loudest sneeze in history. I just put my whole diaphragm into it. Yeah, I've seen some of his work. I don't know anybody that's got any of his custom steel books, and I'm not saying I don't trust him or anything, but I would want to know somebody that's gotten one and how what the quality looks like. Like, what is he using to print them? Is he actually printing them on the metal? If not, how's he getting them to stay on there where you don't have to worry about it coming off later? I haven't researched anything about him. I love how Jason, your cane hider's upside down in the big giant pool of water and then raises up. That's kind of badass. Now we want to hear it to verify. No, you don't. Trust me. But I feel a sneeze coming. I'll blow you out of the water, so to speak. I was gonna say something raunchy. I was gonna make a joke as raunchy. You wanna hear it? You do. You wanna hear my raunchy joke? I love the little stare down here to face. That is an awesome shot right there. It's got some good camera work in this scene here. I mean, slamming the doors on him and putting furniture in front of it don't do shit. You know, you just saw him bust through. You got to remember, I got other people on here that I got to think about. I was gonna say, my loud sneeze is only comes in second to how loud I get when I orgasm. Oh, I'll read that and see. That where is he at? Is that 39 pounds that it costs? Oh, I love this roof shot here because I think if Peter, if you're on here, if you can remember, you probably know better than me. I love the fact that I don't think that it fell exactly right, and Kane actually got laid out with that roof that it fell. Yeah. So what is It says the cost of 39. Where is he from? Is that pounds? And if you want it personalized, it's $6 extra. And I love, yeah, his hand busting up through the roof there. Everybody in the chat, who was your favorite actress in a Friday the 13th movie? Mine would probably be her in this one, or the girl from part 6. You want to come? That's what she said. Why are you putting your intimate life here when we know most men hold it until they get older so that sneeze can't be? That's what you think. Ask Cody, he'll tell you. They put that girl with that wig on, threw her across the room. That was like a terrible wig. So I love the camera angle, like moving all around, almost like it's a real fight. Is Megan, is that the girl from part 6, right? You just ain't been with a real man. I do the grunts when I get started. That's funny. I love the look on Jason right here. Like that's really gonna do anything. But I love when he falls backwards all the way through the steps. That's fucking awesome, man. That is an awesome stunt. You just been with a typical man. You haven't been with a real man. You haven't been with Jeff, man. He was going to step on his back. Instead of break your mama's back, he's going to break your boyfriend's back. Oh, I love it when she's tightening his mask up. Bust. Only a face a mother could love. Gnarly. She will. I'll get her on the next stream. Our wedding anniversary is this week, so she'll have some practice. So he went down into the basement. All right, I'll get her to verify the sneeze. Wait a minute. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie. Come here a second. We were joking because I thought I was getting ready to sneeze. I thought I was getting ready to sneeze, and I said, well, I have to mute it because that's the loudest thing you ever hear. And they said, no, it can't be. Just so they can hear you say it. Is my sneeze like the loudest thing you've ever heard? Say it.
Yes.
You hear her? See? I told you. $44.29 US, kind of expensive, but $6.81 for inside art plus shipping. Doesn't say how much shipping. Yeah, I know. That's a little ridiculous. So if my sneezes are loud, now you know. Jason is like, fuck this. He's getting all that gas squirted on him. Here comes the fire. And I don't know if they've broken it since then, but at the time, this was like the longest fire stunt ever recorded on film. Well, I told you I'm only going to verify that part. Well, the fact that Gigi said that part wasn't true, and then I made a joke off of that. So now you've at least verified the first part. Boom! I love him when he falls down right there. That's a great stunt. Now here's what I want to know. They always fuck up the ending of these movies. What could possibly be in this house that would make it explode? And didn't I read or hear on the documentary they made that the explosion was like way too big? Like, what in the holy hell would have made that house explode like that? That was an old furnace. It wasn't like it was a gas furnace. So, what in the hell would have made it explode? We don't need no verification for the joke part because it's intimate personal info. I told you all I gotta do is ask Cody. What's Rick talking about? No, Megan is the name of the girl from Friday 13th Part 6. Jason Lives. That's the main character from that. Jason is like, fuck this. There's a multiple moments in this movie where I just love Kane Hodder when he's just like, fuck this. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't even breathe. And I'm like, now, if they had just filmed this ending here where the father was zombified like he was supposed to be, then I think I'd be okay with it. But the fact that he comes out of the water and he looks exactly like he did basically the day he went into the water, is some bullshit. Sharing is caring, open book policy. And still, TNA World Champion, Joe Hendry. No, I was talking about you could ask Cody. That's the part that he can share. Cody got me on here spending money on like micro budget movie a movie worn relic cards and shit. I guess the real mystery is how would Cody know? You missed the part about my back tattoo with Cody in his cheerleader outfit. So there's intimate stuff that going on there you don't know about. And I told him it was a secret, and he said he was tired of it being a secret. What you talking about, Willis? Yeah, we got a bromance going on. Had ambulances are from like 1950 fucking 5. What is going on here? Like another very anticlimactic ending with some bullshit with that father. So they always ruin the movies with the endings. But that's a very good that's a good one to watch. Now, here's what I was going to talk about. So Cody wants it out there. He was the one that said he didn't like being in secret. I'll let him tell you the rest. Either way. So look, we were going to watch Snakes on a Train, not Snakes on a Plane. The Asylum version, Snakes on a Train. But I didn't even pay any attention until I was looking on Tubi to see if any of the Friday the 13th movies were on there, and I noticed that they have the first Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey on Tubi now. Do we want to watch Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey instead of Snakes on a Train? Media Archive Mike, the father's body would not still be down there anyway. I always took that as it was the father's ghost. I kind of thought the same thing, that it was more like a apparition, or she manifested him, kind of like um, Peter uses that, manifestation in Roseblood. But still, it's bullshit. I would have liked it better if like his zombified body came out of the. Because I'm like you. If he died in there and she killed him, whether she killed him or not, or it was an accident, they would have had to get his body out of the lake. So his body wouldn't have been in there anyway. Thoughts on the new Predator trailer? I thought it looked pretty good, but I don't know that I like the Predator concept. It looked like we took a step back, man. The Predator from the first Predator movie looked way better than that. I know they're all on Pluto, is what somebody told me. I can't wait for Wednesday. Hope it's awesome. Yeah, I like the trailer for the second season of Wednesday, but I think that's just a character she was born to play. So here's your question. Which one do we want to watch? Snakes on a Train, not plane, train, or Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey? If any of you guys want to chime in, otherwise I might just decide myself during the week. Oh, I lost my headset here. I don't want to get a copyright strike. I wonder if I'm gonna get copyright claim because I put too many clips in that first opening. I don't think I can tell. Let's see until it actually stops and posts. Because right now it's just streaming live. I don't know. You like Jenna. Which movie's Jenna in? You like Jenna. Who the fuck's Jenna? Which one's Jenna? You mean Gina? Amy Steele played Jenny. You mean Jenny? Well, it depends if they'll be on there next Sunday since the month ends. I didn't see either one of them ending next week. You mean to put a poll up? Did you see the joke about how long it takes shooting between seasons to how he grew 6 foot? No. Oh, you're talking about Jenna. I thought you guys were still talking about the Friday the 13th thing. Um, yeah, I like Jenna Ortega too. She was pretty good. She was one of the reasons that I kind of liked. Like that movie, Death of a Unicorn, was not awesome, but between her and Paul Rudd, I like both of them so much they made it better. Both of those movies are on streaming for free. Jenna Ortega, silly. Yeah, sorry about that. Meant to put Pugsley. No, I didn't see the joke. Yeah, I'll double check it. Like, look, I'm on Tubi, right? I mean, I'm gonna go to Tubi and we'll double check it. Tubi. I can go ahead and open the app from here. Shit. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Jeffman. Search. All right, I'm on Tubi. Pooh. If you just look up Pooh, it's the first thing comes up. It doesn't have a date on it that it ends. So we got Pooh. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. We haven't watched. I watched part 1 and 2, and this one part 7 the most. Amy Steele is my favorite, along with Lar Park Lincoln. I'm tied. I used to think that I used to say Amy Steele is Jenny, and then I've got kind of like Lar Park Lincoln, and then 6 is my favorite movie of the bunch. So I kind of like the Megan. So yeah, between the three of them, they're always going to be in my top. What are you talking about, Mike? What are we talking about? All right, so we got. Let me double check to see if Snake's on a Train. The only reason is I've seen both of them, and like Snakes on a Train is not that good. Yeah, both of them are still on there. Well, maybe if it doesn't end, that'll be the next two we watch. We'll watch Snakes on a Train, and then we'll watch Pooh. What's going on, Arturo? Are you just getting out of work, or are you still at work? Winnie the Pooh. How do you not know Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey? Of course, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet both kill people. There's a second one. There's already been 2 movies. I clicked on the Snakes on a Train. I thought it might give me a trailer, and then it ended up starting it, but I got a bunch of ads, so either way. You late for the party? You're out of work. Well, that's good. I'm pleased you're glad of work. Cheese on cheese. So hopefully, I have some herbals regarding which one we watch. Yeah, you do. We'll watch Snakes on a Train next week. Yeah, yeah. We watched part 7. I had Cara and then somebody else contacted me and said that because Lar Park Lincoln died, maybe we should watch part 7 just um, out of respect for her. Emilio Estevez, Men at Work. You talking about Blood and Honey? It was maybe 3 years, probably, maybe a little bit more. The second one came out right a year after. So you had to work tonight? You getting out of work, you said? We got 15 people up in here. I better have some 15 likes on this mug. Give me some likes up on here. I got 13, it says. Come on, bros. And well, if it be bros and, I almost said hoes. Bros and hoes. Bros and what would the females be? Bros and bras. Snakes on a Train and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. What happened to that guy that donated to watch a movie? I don't know. He just disappeared. Who would be a good Wilma? I don't know. I have to think. I don't remember what his name was. What was his name? What are you sending me? A funny coincidence of the way it takes forever to produce TV now is when your child actors grow 6 feet between seasons. Oh, I see. And like Jenna Ortega stayed the same size because she's basically in her 20s and probably not going to grow much anymore. Yeah, boats and hoes. That's why I said bros and hoes. I'm assuming he's talking about Wilma. I don't know who would make a good Wilma. I'd have to think about that. You remember Boats and Hoes from Step Brothers? Is Step Brothers on there? No offense, babe, but before I started joining these streams, I only watched about 3 scary movies a year. I'm not exactly a real horror girl. I just joined them because I was curious what C and H was watching. Well, I'm glad you stuck with it because we've put you on the right path to watch some good horror stuff. The Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria. Last week you had a whole weekend off and watched Disappointed WrestleMania. Don't get me wrong. I liked Uso winning that dominant guy, but the second night, the main event was one. Well, the main event sort of was bad, but I liked the fact that Cena won. But the whole rest of the card was great the second night, man. Like, I don't give a shit about Jey Uso winning or not. I knew he was winning. That was kind of like foretold. But I loved the women triple threat match the night before. I liked the men triple threat match. I loved that Jacob Fatu won. He's a good wrestler, no matter what they say. Um, who else fought? Shit, I can't even remember now. Night 2, most of the matches were good. I mean, even the damn. There are a lot of the matches that weren't supposed to be good were pretty good. Even the damn Naomi match where Jay Cargill wasn't terrible, but that women's match tore down the house, man. That triple threat. It was probably, if you take the main event of the men from night 1 and put that on night 2 in place of Cena Rhodes, that would have been the perfect night of wrestling. Well, they didn't really make him look weak, dude. He took a bunch of nut shots and he got hit in the head with the belt multiple times. I mean, is there anyone for a good Fred Flintstone now? I know, I don't. It'd be really hard to pick somebody now. I'd have to think about it. A comedian that that would look the part. Jason Voorhees is still scary to even if I'm 48. I know to me the scariest version is the one in this one. He's zombified and he's a badass. And with Kane Hodder being able to do the stunts, it made him look made him look better. By the way, I'm from Hawaii. Oh, appreciate you stopping by then, man. There's a slight possibility that I might be able to go to Hawaii. And it says, have I ever been? No, I haven't been to Hawaii. There's a leadership conference that I'm going to, and one of the places they voted on was Hawaii. Don't be hating Jeff, man, for me sending stuff. I usually share use from man. I'm not hating on you. Come on, man. I've never hated on you. I just like to bust your chops. Yeah, I've always wanted to visit too. If I don't know who was supposed to win. I didn't want Bianca to win. The fact they let Io keep the belt was a good thing. Well, Mysterio got hurt in real life, so I could see that. The Becky thing was stupid. If they were going to have anybody, I would have rather had Bayley on there and let Bayley turn on her the next night. But I love the fact that Dominic Mysterio won over Finn Balor. That was good. Yeah, I don't want to see The Rock ever again, dude. We don't need to see him at all. What movie roles additionally to this would you have liked to see Lar Park Lincoln in? I'm sure there's some horror movies that came out around this time that she would have probably been better suited than half of the people that were in. I'd have to think about it. Like any horror movie that came out in the late 90s, early 2000s, she would have been good in. John Goodman killed it. Yeah, I mean, John Goodman then was the perfect choice. I'm in Hawaii, born and raised. That's cool. What time is it? It's 5:52. Well, it is 11:52 here. Jeff, man, your job is badass. Always sending you to different places. Twice a year we go to leadership conferences. They usually have one pretty like in the middle of the U.S. for the first one, and then they vote for the other one. And it's always executives from people in the businesses that that I deal with. Sun hasn't even set. Don't let the sun go down on me. People pay lots of money thinking The Rock would appear and left them high and dry. That's why I never liked the guy. I don't think anybody should have assumed The Rock was going to be there. And if he had, it would have been at the last minute, like right at the end of the match. So who gives a shit about him? The Rock purposely didn't show up to Mania, banned him from WWE. According to him, he wasn't even supposed to be at the Elimination Chamber, but because he wanted to go ahead and make that a bigger impact, which means they were not selling the tickets they wanted to sell, and they wanted to go ahead and make sure. They knew WrestleMania would pretty much sell out, so they didn't need him there. Nope, it's still sunny. The Predator in the new movie is a youngling and has been outcast and must prove he's worth to his father. Yeah, I like the movie and the concept. I just didn't 100%. I mean, it's okay. I thought the Predator from Prey looked way better than this Predator. He just looks kind of cheesy. Like it's like a really scaled down version of him. I don't like it. You went to Dallas and Puerto Rico. Yeah, I went to what was that last year? Yeah, and the year before that I went to, was it Dallas? Shit, it's all blending together, man. I went out to the wine country in California for one of them. I'm going to Arizona. Yeah, I'm going to Arizona in November for the next one. You totally forgot today was Sunday. How do you fucking forget what day it is? Come on, broski. So what's up, everybody? Says Star Wars Collecting Hobbies. What is your favorite movie where a character can't figure out how to order or read the menu or specials right? I don't know. How many of them is it? That's too vague of a question. Not vague, but too specific. It would probably have to be a movie where somebody, like one of the funniest ones is when Clark is in European vacation and basically the menu is in English and he's there trying to translate it into English using his little translator. Well, they both botched so much. They didn't work well together. Number one, Charlotte has still got ring rust on her. And number two, Tiffany's green. So you put those two together and it just doesn't work well. Yeah, I don't remember. It was near Dallas. It was right outside of Dallas, Texas. I didn't remember when it was that I went. That must have been in the spring. Because in the fall of the year before, 2000, into 2023, that was when I went out to, where is it in California, this wine country? What do they call that? Yeah, her forehead got all fucked up. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking that it's going to eventually end up Alien versus Predator movie. Andy McDowell, I like her a lot better. I loved her in some movies like Groundhog Day, and wasn't she in Duplicity? What's the Multiplicity? Howdy. You're going to Hawaii? I said no, that's one of the places they're going to vote for. It's a little pricey, so it'll cost some money. Um, if not, I don't know what the other choices are yet. But I'm going to Phoenix, Arizona in November. Is that where it was? You remember better than I do. No, I don't need to see that. Yeah, and we went to the actual rodeo show there. So yeah, you're right. It was Fort Worth. Isn't that what Dallas Cowboys like? They're right outside of Fort Worth, Texas. Isn't that where they are? Because we were like 20 minutes away and could have went to see their stadium, and we didn't. We just didn't have time. How does Cody come up in here and talk about my back tattoos and such, and then he disappears? WWE buying AAA and then burying Penta and Ray Phoenix made no sense, especially Phoenix losing to that Gable guy. I don't agree with that. Penta didn't get buried, man. Penta's gonna get pushed. And Ray Phoenix just debuted, and the Gable deserves a push just as much as he does. He's been there busting his ass. Um, Gable is good, man. He deserves a little bit of a push. I don't mind him losing at all. Plus, he was supposed to beat Rey Mysterio. He wasn't supposed to beat Ray Phoenix. Ray got hurt, so they had to find a substitute. So why not put Ray Phoenix in there? Best Deborah Winger performance? Um, I don't know. I don't know. I have to think about that one. I liked her in I don't know. I liked her in Urban Cowboy. Yeah, happy belated birthday to Gigi. She's 29 and holding. Yeah, it's right next. They're basically right next door to each other. If Jude Law wanted to wrestle, what should his name be? Jude fucking Law is a good wrestling name, actually. You might just want to stick with that. Botch Nia Jax came back. Oh boy. Yeah, I hate Nia Jax. So. Okino does justice to Abbott Costello Horror Collection. If there is any movie you think deserves a 4K release that hasn't yet, it depends. I mean, there's a lot of old movies that I want in 4K, but they're not going to take the time and do the actual restoration properly. I don't need some bullshit upscaled stuff in the 4K. So, I don't know. It's kind of like, to me, any of the older movie that's in black and white, if they do the restoration properly, looks amazing in 4K. Make Office Space 2, that bloke gets out of prison and they run. Now that would be kind of good because I mean, I think that's a good concept. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Maybe you could have Jennifer Aniston make a cameo appearance. There's lots of ways you could go with that. What's a Will Ferrell movie? Acres of movie. What's a Will Ferrell movie you wish had a sequel but didn't? Do you think they should do another Step Brothers, like an updated one? Make a Dart style movie like Kingpin? Um, I don't know if darts might not be dramatic enough. Like when you're throwing it, it's like instant. You need something that's got some drama to it. Maybe you could do shuffleboard or some bullshit like that. Or because you already done beer pong, what else could you do? Yeah, I think it was scripted, but I don't think that it was meant for him to choke him out as hard as he did. I think he went a little bit too far with it, so it made it look like his fucking face got red, like it was getting ready to explode. I like 4Ks if they're done right, but I've seen a lot of them where they're just not like they don't pop. You screwed up and didn't order horror pack for April. You're not on a subscription. I got it, and if you order it, there's a replacement disc for one of the other ones that they fucked up. So I'll do my unboxing here in the next day or two, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Will Ferrell Get Hard sequel, but you didn't. I don't want a sequel to that. I don't like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is not funny. The only thing that makes Kevin Hart funny is the way he interacts with his co-stars. So Get Hard was not terrible, but I like Will Ferrell. But he's been like, I don't think Kevin Hart and The Rock were good in that artificial intelligence. I like Kingpin. They need a sequel to Kingpin. Yeah, I know. That's true. Fuckers. They all get that money, man, and get that power, and then they don't want to keep going. What would you do for Step Brothers 2? Maybe they both have sons that are antagonizing each other, or maybe the brothers, maybe they both have sons who get along and go into business together, and then they run into some issues and they try to get their fathers back in, and they fuck it all up for them. I don't know, something. It would be too cliche to just have the sons do the same thing as their fathers. I don't know. I like him in bits and pieces. I like him in Jumanji because you get him broke, separated where he's not in so much of it. But I don't. He's just too much for me, man. Half of the shit he says isn't funny, and I just think he's too over the top. So they screwed up a disc. I'm just mad because I missed last month. That was my birthday month. I forgot. Yeah, I forget what the problem was. I'll do a video of it. They screwed up the actual horror pack exclusive disc and they had to send a replacement for it. So the replacement disc is in a sleeve inside the next box. No, I've watched some of it. It's okay. I don't mind. But there's a couple people that I work with that love it. So I haven't really given it much of a chance lately. So they've been talking about it so much. I need to go back and watch it. Who's in White Lotus? I don't even remember. TV series, Jennifer Coolidge is in it. Leslie Bibb talking about some of those comedy movies. Carrie Coon played in the Ghostbusters, the newest ones. Walton Goggins is the main one that I liked in there. I love him, and that was the reason that I watched some of it. So he's one of my favorites. Arnold's son does great in that. Yeah, Stifler's mom is in it. Yeah, Uncle Rico is in it from what's his head? Napoleon Dynamite. I love anything that Walton Goggins is in. I used to love that show, The Shield, and he's good in Justified. What was the show that they were vice principals? That was good. Oh, I forgot he was in that Tomb Raider remake shit. Yeah, it's TV series. I don't remember who airs it. Is it HBO? It's on Max. The dude that played in Napoleon Dynamite's in it. Uh, this is what he looks like now. I don't know if they got a picture from him of him from Napoleon Dynamite. Damn, he's been in some weird shit. I forgot he was in Fright Night. Was he in Fright Night 2? I didn't remember him being in Fright Night 2. Uncle Rico was in every season. Part 2 was great. They have the part with Stifler's mom on the yacht. That was one of the best events in TV history. They managed to make it a very threatening and scary situation. I've checked that out then. I was so obsessed with Napoleon Dynamite when it came out that I even had paper notebook paper that had quotes from the movie. That's cool. That last drink I had was a little stiff, so it made me a little buzz. Sorry. I think I'm gonna have to get up off here. I got the buzz going on. A great character actor. He was in Get Shorty. Yeah, I didn't remember that. Yeah, I liked Get Shorty. I didn't like Too Cool as much though. I thought the character that Vince Vaughn. I usually like him in everything. The character that Vince Vaughn played in that was too over the top. Like too. It was just stupid. Yeah, vote for Pedro. The success of Minecraft will avail or force the director of Napoleon Dynamite to make a sequel. Maybe. I really have no interest in seeing Minecraft, but I'll just wait until it comes out on physical media and then I'll buy it. I'm sure there'll be a Minecraft steelbook. They should have already made a sequel to it. I mean, it was basically an underground slash cult movie. The buzz after it was made is what got it to where everybody knows it today. So they should have already made a sequel to that. Why they don't, I didn't, I don't know. No, we were talking about that earlier. Have I? No, I haven't checked out Sinners. I doubt I'll watch it at the theater. I'll watch it home. You're buzzed, but you got to work. No, I don't have to work tomorrow. Ha 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 ha. So I can get fucked up if I want to get fucked up. Yeah, I want to see it though. There's too many movies coming out, man, that I want to see. I can't avoid. Dude, we went to the movie, and I mean now it's hard to get. It's hard to like to think about paying for all that shit. Two people going to the movies, like if you go to the even if you go to the early one, it's like $25. And if you get any damn popcorn or anything, it's just it's outrageous. So I got to pick and choose, man. Like in what is it, June or July, where all three of those good movies come out in a row, where you got like Superman, Fantastic Four, Jurassic Park. Yeah, Cody said his son liked it. I mean, I'm sure I'll like it. It's just I'll wait and see that one at home. You got to pick and choose. So, Doug, whatever movie you end up seeing as your mystery one, let me know. Yeah, by the time it's just outrageous, man. And then they turn around so quick. A movie will be in a theater, and then like 4 weeks later, it's you can watch it at home like cheaper than you could have went to theater to see it. Yeah, I know the theater I go to, it's a little bit cheaper. They don't have like all the swag that a lot of the mainstream ones have. It's still a decent theater, but they don't have all the popcorn buckets and shit and stuff. But it's a little bit cheaper, but it's still outrageous. And they do have a deal where like after a certain amount, you can get like free tickets and free popcorn and stuff. But put Goldie Hawn in an action thriller where she is the super of an apartment and must defend it from marauding thieves that want treasure with him. Goldie Hawn, maybe back in the day, yeah, like in the late 80s, but not Goldie Hawn now, of course. I still sneak snacks in. If I get popcorn or a drink, I don't. I get the snacks at the Dollar Tree and or like Target or somewhere for like $1. I'm not. I'm sneaking shit in. So yeah, like back when Goldie Hawn was like doing Bird on a Wire and shit like that. That time frame. I used to like Goldie Hawn. All right, brothers and sisters, I think I'm getting ready to get off here. I really appreciate the people that you would sneak in one. I didn't find Hard Eyes Blu-ray in the store. I ordered it from Orbit DVD. I appreciate the at least 3 people talked to me, including Cara, about we should watch Friday the 13th Part 7. So that was why we picked this. So basically, um, we're going to go back to the original plan next week and we'll watch Snakes on a Train, the Asylum hit movie that's now currently on Tubi. And then we're probably going to watch Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey the week after that. So if anybody wants to know what the plan is, oh shit, the theaters that serve alcohol. Yeah, I don't have one around here that serves alcohol. Maybe you will like North Shore and Aloha Summer. What's that surfboard movie Nicolas Cage is getting ready to come out with? Either way, I have to pee. So I'm going to get off here, boys and girls. It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes, so I need to go. So next week, Snakes on a Train, then Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. So anybody who wants to support me, make sure you always smash that like button on all my videos. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all the normal YouTube stuff on every video. If you are just joining in and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Support me on social media, Jeffman316. Go over to Instagram. I talk to a lot of you guys over there on Instagram. So even if I don't post a lot or you don't look, follow me and then we can chat a lot over there because I do talk to a lot. I don't do as much on Facebook anymore, but I do chat with a lot of people on Instagram. So I really appreciate all you guys who normally come on here and support me. And it looks like we had a few newbies. It's like we always get a few that end up straggling in, and then some of them don't stay. So we need to be nice to those people, make sure we convince them to stay next time. So I always dip down in the middle of the movie where I only got 5 or 6 people watching, then it dips back up at the end. It's probably because, do you think we should change the night? You think we'd do better if we did this on Friday or Saturday night? Yeah, sweet dreams to you too. I love all you guys and gals. Think about that. We'll talk about it next week. Should we keep it on Sunday night or should we do Friday night or Saturday night? I know too many people do streams on those nights, but I could stay on later. Yeah, good night to everybody. So let me get the banner off here. Boom. Brr, 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 brr. Appreciate you, Rick. Prayers going out to Rick. He's got surgery tomorrow, so hopefully you'll do okay, buddy. We'll be thinking about you. So either way, hopefully you guys all supported me and always thumbed up this video. Watch out, my haul videos coming up. I've got an unboxing video for the horror pack that we just talked about, and I'll talk about the replacement disc. Appreciate you stopping by, Sandy. Did you just come on right when I'm coming off here? Either day's fine. Comment after this thing posts or on any of my Instagram posts from like I'll post one about the next stream. put a comment under there and let me know if it would be a better night, you guys. If you guys don't, if you want me to do this on another night other than Sunday, Friday nights or Saturday nights, I could stay on here longer. But I know the last time I did a Saturday one, like 3 people showed up and nobody watched it. So we can talk about it later. Well, we'll talk about that next week. So, all right, I'm hitting the bricks. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been Jeffman316. As always, I'm your pop culture reporter, and I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there. Good luck, Rick.
Mr. Mayor, Chief, ladies and gentlemen,